I am Marty Cummings, the state committee member for Assembly District 75 here in the heart of Hell's Kitchen. And we are with the beautiful Hell's Kitchen Democrats, the incredible Hell's Kitchen community. We are here to elect a mayor that is going to fight for the everyday New Yorker, that is going to provide affordable, equitable transportation, affordable housing, that is going to stand up against Trump and protect our immigrants. We are here. We are going to elect a mayor that has laid out an agenda to fight for and protect trans and queer New Yorkers. We are here to elect a mayor that is going to stand up to oligarchs and corruption and prioritize the needs of the everyday people. That is why in Hell's Kitchen we are here. We are here to elect Zohran to be the next mayor of New York City. Now please help me welcome our incredible district leader, Paul Devlin.
Thank you, everybody. It's such a joy to be here. I've been involved in politics for decades, and what's remarkable to me is this diversity, this rainbow of people from Hell's Kitchen. We are seeing youth come forward because we need to fight for our future, and Zohran Mamdani is our chance to fight for our future. And this is what democracy looks like when we have young people engaged, when we have queer people engaged, when we are fighting for our rights and protecting our rights here in New York City. So tell me, folks, what does democracy look like? What does democracy look like? This is what democracy looks like. Let's get out there and elect Zohran next mayor of New York City.
Thank you, Paul Devlin. And now please help us welcome our Assembly member, Tony Simone.
Thank you, Marty. When we vote, we win. When we vote, we win. I want to thank Marty Cummings and HK Democrats for being with us tonight. Paul and Kevin and all the HK Dem leadership, Sean, Andrea Ford, Alita, and Leslie, who is here, and so many others. We're here because this is a momentous time in our nation. We are fighting for an affordable New York City, and we are for hope over fear. And that's why we're supporting Zohran Mamdani, my colleague and friend in the Assembly, who I know well, who has one of the biggest hearts, an amazing mind, and has an aspirational view of what New York City should be. We should be a city where you can afford your rent. We should be a city where everyone has housing and that no one sleeps on our streets ever again. We are a city that should look out for our immigrant neighbors and does not allow ICE to dare kidnap any of our New Yorkers, regardless of your immigrant status. We are a city that embraces every community all the time, and I know that Zohran will lead us to a more equitable, affordable New York City for everyone. So let's give a big round of applause for everyone here. And last thing I want to say is we cannot be complacent. We've been to elections before where we were ahead and people thought it was a done deal. Nothing is a done deal until you knock on every door, you call every neighbor, and then time's up by 10. Because you don't want to wake up the day after election day thinking you could have done more. Now is the time to do as much as you can to make sure we get out the vote for my friend Zohran Mamdani.
All right, Hell's Kitchen! Hell's Kitchen! The Hell's Kitchen Democrats began as a direct result of Trump's first run for president. The Hell's Kitchen Democrats has been fighting to ensure every single New Yorker is provided for and protected. Early voting is happening, and like the Assembly member said, do not get complacent. We cannot have a corrupt sexual abuser in office. We need a real person with real values and morals. That's why we are electing Zohran Mamdani. Give it up for Zohran!
How are we doing, everybody?
It is such a pleasure to be here alongside my friend, my colleague, State Assembly Member Tony Simone, alongside so many of Hell's Kitchen Democrats, so many who have been here standing alongside this campaign from the very first day. And we stand here in this moment because of the work of all of those behind me, the work of those who believed in a campaign which said from its beginning that its belief was in a city that New Yorkers could afford. Its belief was in a city where working people could do more than just aspire to survive. Its belief was in a city where we could take the slowest buses in America and make them fast and free. A city where we could transform the 5 boroughs where it costs $22,500 for a year of childcare and make them instead the home of universal childcare. And a city that could look at 4 years of Eric Adams' rent hikes on rent-stabilized tenants. 4 years that have amounted to more than 12% of an increase and say it is time for a rent freeze. And that is the city that we are going to deliver in 7 days. And so I stand here in as much as this is a rally, in as much as this is an opportunity to speak to all of you in the press. To me, the most important part of this evening is that this is a canvas launch. This is a launch of canvassers such that we will never have to ask ourselves the dreaded question on November 5th of what if? What if I signed up for one more shift? What if I did one more phone banking session? What if I finally climbed that 6th-floor walk-up after 10 consecutive not homes? What if I left everything out there in the 7 days that we had left? We do not want to answer that question, and so we will ask our own. What if we gave more? What if we gave everything that we had with 1 week to go? And that is the answer I see each one of these people saying each and every day. Because the reason that we are here is not one video or one article or one debate. It's because of one movement. A movement that has more than 90,000 volunteers. A movement that has shown that the crisis of affordability affects every single New Yorker regardless of their political party. And it is a movement that will deliver us to a city hall to transform this city into one that finally lives up to the greatness of the people that it seeks to serve. Thank you so much.
Oh, guys, let's step back, please. We're doing a group picture. Let's step back. 6 feet back, please. Thank you. Guys, let's step back, please. We're doing a photo. Thank you. Take a step back. Watch your mics. Okay, guys, we're gonna gaggle here, so can we scoop back? And he's gonna gaggle here where I'm standing. Everyone can scoop back. Can people? He's gaggling over here.
Oh, big guys from DC. Tara.
He's not gaggling at the podium. He's gaggling at
Over there. At the podium over here. At the podium over here.
the mics are here.
At the podium.
There we go. Test, test, test. That didn't go as planned. Insanity. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? You're not my pick. We're gonna move over. No, we're moving back. We're moving back. We're moving back. We're moving back. Okay. I'm gonna put that back up there. Oh, heads up! Watch out! Watch out! Oh, watch out with the tripod. Watch out for.
Are you?
Watch out for
is
the
the mic
photographer.
good over there? Or is this
I'm
another
trying
mic?
to get over. Yeah.
Give me the mic.
It's the mic. It's, you need to get back in the stand. I'm getting caught with people. What is going? This is.
Oh my God.
What is going? What is going on here? What is going on?
What is it? Okay.
What is going on? All right. Yeah. Press people gotta get control of this.
It's the international press. They're not gonna care clearly. Just
I'm trying. Move everybody back.
yes.
Yeah, we're all set up for that. Now everyone's questioning.
Okay. Are all mics good? All right. 2 steps. Everyone okay?
I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's a better way to do this.
I just lost your windscreen.
That's all right. Oh my God.
Using email yesterday that said the highest number of early voters so far in age brackets where Cuomo either ties or leads Zohran in the latest polls. Are you worried? Does that mean you're worried that you're seeing these new returns?
Sorry.
I mean, is that one of the reasons why you're out here saying? Yeah. So you sent out
Guys, let's please. If you wouldn't mind moving over here a little bit, ma'am, just so that we can have everybody have access. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sorry, before we continue, does everyone have a good shot?
No.
Okay, so if we could take 2 more steps back, guys. I'm so
Everyone
sorry.
was
We can
sitting
help
on
hold
their
microphones.
tripods.
I'm not going anywhere.
Can you hold microphones? We're not going anywhere. If anyone has a microphone, we need everyone to step 2 feet back.
Okay.
2 feet back.
All right.
Or I can hold. Does anyone need a microphone held? Thank you. Here we go. I got it.
All right. Look at us. Look at us building a city for elves.
7 days.
All right.
All right. Go ahead. Restate your question, please.
Okay, from the top.
I'm just reading from a press release that came out from your campaign, which said the highest number of early voters so far in age brackets where Cuomo either ties or leads Zohran in the latest polls. So are you worried that Andrew Cuomo has had a surge over the past couple of days?
No, we're not.
He could lose.
We're not worried. We just do not want to let our confidence become complacency. We know that there is an election to win. No matter what the polls say, no matter what the odds say, every single day is an opportunity for us to make this case to New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs. And one of my favorite images coming out of our rally at Forest Hill Stadium, where we had more than 10,000 New Yorkers gather in support of our campaign, was that there was a man there who said it was his first rally, and he was wearing a hat that said MAGA for Mamdani. And it shows the fact that the affordability crisis affects every New Yorker regardless of their party. These 7 days are an opportunity for our more than 90,000 volunteers to knock on as many doors as possible, make as many calls as possible, and to build a coalition that will finally defeat Andrew Cuomo and win the city that we deserve.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
Assemblyman, 2 questions. One, we're a week away from the election. How close are you to making a position on the housing proposals? And 2, the council is set to start considering rezoning in Long Island City. Wondering if you have a position on that as a Queen president and someone concerned about affordable housing.
You know, I've said time and again that I will always appreciate and celebrate the prospect of building more housing in New York City. And I also am someone who believes firmly that we should have contiguous park access between Queensbridge Park and Gantry Plaza. These are incredibly important things that need to be done, and I'm looking forward to seeing the resolution of that. And I will say that I've yet to take a position on the ballot referendum, but I will be sharing that as soon as I do, and I'll be voting on Election Day.
Yeah, can we go west for a second, right here?
I'm like Katie Savage from West 42nd Street, House Kitchen.
Hello.
MAGA for Mamdani guy lives in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh,
So
incredible.
we're here in McCaffrey Playground.
Do you know him?
Yes.
Please tell him hi.
So we're here in McCaffrey Playground. Local families say that this playground and other local parks in Hell's Kitchen are dominated by adults and drug activity, leaving kids feeling unsafe in the afternoon and evening. A recent example are 2 knife fights that happened at another playground just 2 blocks from here. What are specific steps you would take as mayor to restore McCaffrey and parks like this as safe spaces for children?
You know, I really appreciate this question, and I know that at the heart of it is also a concern around park access in this neighborhood. I know that for residents of Hell's Kitchen, they see some of the lowest access to parks per capita across this city. And that is something that has to change, and it's part of why when I've shared of the things that I admire of different mayoral administrations, to me, one of the key aspects of the Bloomberg administration was the ability to deliver 850 acres of new green space across the 5 boroughs. And then for the parks that we do have, we need to ensure that this is a place where children are safe to enjoy themselves and play and rest. And some of that also comes from the fact that it is time for us to actually take crises seriously that have been present in the city for a long time. That's why we want to create the Department of Community Safety that will actually tackle the mental health crisis, the homelessness crisis. It will do so by saying that police officers should focus on police work, and it will be mental health experts who will be the part of outreach teams that will be deployed to the top 100 subway stations with the highest levels of mental health crisis and homelessness, as well as a citywide presence across the 5 boroughs to ensure that we are delivering on what New Yorkers have been denied.
Yeah, right here, Ali, CBS.
Hi there, Assemblyman.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, how are you doing? I want to say there's a video that's been recirculating from 2 years ago at a DSA event in which you are on video saying that the boots of the NYPD are laced by the IDF. I want to see if you remember this, if you want to give context to what we're talking about, and if you still stand by those comments.
You know, I've said time and again that with public safety, I'm looking forward to working with police officers here in New York City to deliver it, and I'm looking forward to ensuring that we actually tackle the retention crisis at hand, where we now have about 350 officers leaving the department every month, and that is something we will bring to an end by ensuring that police officers are only asked to do the work of a police department, not the work of social services as they have it.
So Louise, right here.
Would you keep the NYPD office in Israel?
Sorry?
Would you keep the NYPD office in Israel?
My focus is on the NYPD here in New York City. That's what I've been thinking about.
Hey, Grace Cameron from the Sunday Times. I wanted to ask you about how your policy agenda is adding up financially, because I've spoken to a lot of voters who have a lot of questions about this. What would you say to voters who are concerned over whether you can fund and deliver your policy proposals?
You know, there are many voters across this city who have been told for a long time that politics is simply a decision between settling for what you already have or having it being taken away from you. And for many New Yorkers, especially those, the 1 in 4 that are living in poverty, this status quo is untenable. What we can't afford is allowing this to continue. And so when we talk about freezing the rent, when we talk about making buses faster, we deliver universal childcare, we know that to do the second and the third requires a fiscal plan. That's why we put forward a proposal to raise the state's top corporate tax rate to match that of New Jersey, raise the personal income taxes on the top 1% of New Yorkers by 2%. This would increase revenue by $9 billion. That would more than pay for this economic agenda and start to Trump-proof our city. And we will show these New Yorkers that we can not only deliver on this victory in 7 days, but also on this agenda as soon as we start to take office on January 1st.
All right, we got time for 2 more. Yeah, right
Why
here.
do you think this gets so much international attention? This huge number of early voters. Are they your camps? Are they local camps? Talk about
You know, I will always celebrate an increase in voting. And I will celebrate it because it's a key part of ensuring that our democracy is something that is representative of the people that it seeks to serve. And I spend far less time trying to analyze who is whose voter and more trying to encourage more New Yorkers to make their voices heard and to ensure that we spend every single moment that we have knocking on more doors, making more phone calls, because for all of us for whom this election has been everything we've thought about for the last year, there are many more New Yorkers who have been too busy struggling to just get by to actually engage with it. And these last 7 days, this is the time when so many New Yorkers start to engage with this race. We need to ensure that we're telling them about our case to make it affordable at their doorstep on their phone.
Mr.
All right,
Nationally, the Democratic Party is struggling. Do you think your success here can steer the Democratic Party towards the left?
I can tell you that what I've heard from New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs is an exhaustion with a kind of politics that tells them only what it is against, and a hunger for a politics that stands for something. We have said that not only are we fighting back against an authoritarian administration, we are also fighting for a city that is actually affordable. Because if we do not provide the latter, then we find ourselves echoing the words that Fiorello LaGuardia said so many decades ago: you cannot preach liberty to a starving land. It is time for us to show that the value of democracy is not just as an ideal, it is something in its ability to deliver on the material needs of working people. Thank you all so much.
Who's our piece? What's up?
Sorry.